To make these mini skulls, this is the main material you will need. Or at least the one I have used, because you can always use the material you prefer. Okay? This yarn is approximately 3 mm thick, has 6 strands, is 100% mercerized cotton, and I will be working with it on a 2.5 hook, and it is mainly for the skull. Then for the embroidery and details I will be using 1 mm thick yarn with a 1.5 or 5 mm hook, but you can also use, for example, embroidery yarn, or you could extract 3 strands from the same yarn that you use for the skull, the base of the amigurumi. You are always free to change the materials, but I like to show you exactly what I have used. Of course we will need pins, a needle, and stuffing, but I think those are materials that most of us already have on hand for all our friends. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's use the white yarn. Let's start with a slip knot and then 5 chains. 1, 2, 3 CU and DC. Counting from the second chain, we will repeat 3 single crochets twice and a triple increase. This would be the first single crochet. I recommend that you place a marker on this chain number 5 from the beginning, because right there we will be making the second triple increase. So, I already have 1 single crochet, 2 and 3. In the remaining chain we have a triple increase that consists of making 3 single crochets in the same chain. 1, 2 and 3. Let's repeat exactly the same on the other side of the chains. 3 single crochets. 1, 2. 3 and in the chain I asked for, please mark a triple increase. 1, 2 and 3 single crochets. And we will have finished this first round with a total of 12 stitches. If you have a little hole like mine, don't worry. This will be at the bottom of the amigurumi. Let's place a marker, and from round 2 to 4 we will be making 12 single crochets in each round. One single crochet, 2. And so we will continue making single crochets, a total of 12 until completing this round number 2 and 12 more single crochets in each round in the third and fourth. In round number 5 we will start with 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then follows 6 increases, taking only the front loops. 1 single crochet, another one in the same place, and this would be the first increase. And so we need 5 more, that is a total of 6. 2, 3, 4 DC and 6. And to complete this round, 1 single crochet, and we will have finished with 18 stitches towards the back. Let's start round number 6 with 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, DC and 5. Then we will be repeating 6 times 1 single crochet and 1 increase. Continue repeating 1 single crochet and 1 increase 5 more times, and we would have a total of 6 repetitions. And after these 6 repetitions, 1 single crochet, and we would be finishing the round with 24 stitches in total. From round 7 to round 13, we will be making 24 single crochets in each round. I have already made 2, 3, and I will continue making single crochets, for a total of 24. In the same way, Continue making 24 single crochets in each round, from round 7 to round 13. In round number 14, we will be repeating 1 single crochet and then 1 decrease. This will be done throughout the entire round, a total of 8 times, 1 stitch and 1 decrease. And we would be finishing this round with 16 stitches. And in the 15th and final round, 8 decreases. We would be finishing this round with 8 stitches. When you finish round number 15, simply cut the yarn, leaving enough yarn to make a closure using a yarn needle. And of course, we are going to stuff the yarn first. I consider 8 stitches to be enough space to place the stuffing, but if you wish you had placed it earlier, well, you could have always done it in all my designs. You can place the stuffing at the time that is most convenient for you. I'll simply place the filling, using a wooden stick, and that's it. Fill it as you like, always making sure that the stitches never come open. It's very important to fill this lower part very well and also the sides so that it's well shaped. Once it's filled with a yarn needle, we're going to close it. I like to take the front strands only from the inside out, from the outside in, until I've taken them all. But you can actually close it however you like. And once again where I started closing, we'll close it completely. I'm going to move to another stitch to secure and hide the strand between 2 stitches. And now let's make this mini flower using a 1.5 mm hook and a 1 mm thick loop. We're going to make a magic ring and inside 6 single crochets that I'm going to do rather loosely, don't tighten them too much. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 6. We cut the thread, leaving enough strands for an invisible clasp, and we're going to close the magic ring. Let's put in a yarn needle. To make the petals, we only need 6 stitches. So I'm going to skip the first single crochet. I know it doesn't look very good. And in the next one, taking it from underneath the chain, we're going to make an invisible clasp. Then we're going to insert it again on top in the center of the last single crochet we made and pull it back. From behind, we're simply going to tie it with the initial strand. Tie it, but don't pull it too tight because then it could lose its shape a bit. These strands can stay there. We're going to make the petals, which are super easy. Now using 1 mm thick yarn in the color of your choice. Start wherever you like. Okay, I'm going to start here at the invisible clasp. We take the loop and go up with 2 chains, 1 and 2. And at the same base, 2 half double crochets, the first and the second. Let's move on to the next stitch and a slip stitch. And this is what we'll be repeating on all 6 petals. 2 chains, 1 and 2. At the same base of the slip stitch, 2 half double crochets, 1 and 2, right? At the next stitch where we have a slip stitch. Repeat exactly the same thing, a total of 6 times for 6 petals. And in turn, if you want, you can secure this strand a little bit, but it's not necessary. I'll show you how to secure them. This is the last little petal, and right at the base of the first one where we started the petals, I'm going to do a slip stitch. I've already cut the strand, I'm going to pull it out and then I'm going to pull it back at the base of the same stitch. There you go. To secure these strands, I'm simply going to do it with silicone glue. Let's put a little bit of glue here behind. Just a little bit. Then we press the strands and that's it. If you don't feel confident doing this, just do it. You can hide them. Okay, ready. I already have the 2 little flowers ready that will be like the holes. Okay, so now let's embroider the details. Between rounds 3 and 4 we will be placing the pins for what would be the mouth area. 1, 2, 3 and 4. I'm going to position these pins right in the center of a dot. Okay, in this case, in this one here. Then 3 little dots apart. 1, 2 and 3. And in this other dot another pin. Be very careful if the pins come out to the back. Using a small wool needle and a 1 mm thick black thread, the same one we used in the center of the little flowers, we are going to embroider this area where we have placed the pins very easily. Remember that it is between rounds 3 and 4, 3 stitches apart and right in the center of the dots that are on the side. Okay, between round and round. We leave a little thread behind to secure later. The idea here is to make 4 little marks. See how I'm going to insert it at this point where the marker is, and then I'm going to go a little bit higher for the first little mark of the mouth. The idea is that this little line fits a little tight between rounds. So, 1 more round up and then 1 more down. For the next little stitch, instead of doing it between this round and this one, I'm going to do it in the center of the stitch with the intention of having it a little higher, okay? It all depends on how you want it. And well, it's optional whether you do it the same way or not. I'm going to do the next one the same, a little higher and therefore a little lower, and then this one shorter. It's very simple and it doesn't have to be exactly the same as another little head if you've already done it. I'm going to move backwards, but the truth is that I'm not going to cut the thread yet because I want to first position the little flowers and then make the little nose depending on where the flowers are. It turned out. It went a little bit out of place. I want to position the little flowers where I like them best, and depending on that, we'll determine where to place the nose, where to embroider the nose. I can show you exactly and we can try to make it the same. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's on top of round 7. Let's mark it here. 4, 5, 6, 7 on top of this round, because I think it would look good in that position, okay? But the truth is that you can do it however you like. So I'm going to go back to the front where I placed the pin. I'll show you again because it's going to be on top of round 7, but see how I'm extracting the yarn needle in the center of the stitch, okay? On top. On top. So, the idea is simply to form a little triangle. I go to the side and once again up here, pull it back on the same one, and behind I'm simply going to secure and hide the thread. Make sure that there's a little triangle in the front. We make a little knot, and when it's hidden, it's ready. And to glue the eyes, we're just going to use the glue. Yes. Ready. One eye, one eye. It's actually a hole. Well, and the other one. And now, yes, I've finished both of them. I hope you liked this video completely, especially because you had fun, because it's something very simple, easy, quick to do, but at the same time beautiful. I find them super cute. Let me know in the comments if you really liked it, and if so, don't forget to leave me a like. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet and want to continue watching our content, well, what are you waiting for? I encourage you to do so, and don't forget to activate the bell so that YouTube will notify you every time we upload a new video. Also, let me know in the comments, why not? Let me know what else you would like related to this topic. Bye.